The Etruscan shrew. The Etruscan shrew is not only the smallest shrew in the world, but also the smallest mammal in proportion to its weight. Usually, they weigh less than 0.07 ounces, that's less than 1 ounce, and reach a length of 1.6 inches when full grown. But despite their size, they've got a voracious appetite to support their hyperactive metabolism. Just to survive, an adult Etruscan shrew needs to eat their own weight in food twice a day. The smallest horse. This horse breed is so amazingly micro-adorable, I think we can all accept the inconvenience of not being able to jump on its back and ride it into the sunset. Even compared to common Shetland ponies, these equine cuties are tiny. Zoologists are unsure why these horses stop growing at such a small size, standing at a height of only about 16 inches and weighing only about 66 pounds. In the US, these babies are becoming popular pets. Interestingly, fleas won't touch them, and American veterinarians have recognized them as the best guide animals for the blind. Just be prepared to pony up the dough if you plan on getting one. These micro horses start at a whopping $40,000 each. The Samoan moss spider. We all know that spiders can come in all shapes and sizes. Remember the horrific giant ones in the Arctic Circle? But in this case, the Samoan moss spider was recognized by the Guinness Book of Records as the smallest spider in the world. Adult moss spiders are only about 0.01 inches long, about the same size as a common dust mite. The dwarf mouse lemur. Native to Madagascar, the dwarf mouse lemur weighs only about 2.2 ounces, and its body length, including its head, is only about 2 inches. However, its tail is twice as long as its body. The smallest cow. The zebu dwarf cow is native to India. They look more like calves, just with a small hump on their back. It should be noted that the mini zebu was rescued from complete extinction several years ago, and their numbers are already gaining momentum. Nowadays, there are about 26 breeds of dwarf cows. Several of these cows were brought to US zoos to be adored by visitors. After a while, ranch owners started breeding them for the rodeo. And more recently, these cows have even been adopted as pets. In terms of size, smaller zebus are comparable to a large dog, having a height that ranges from 2.6 to 2.9 feet and weighing anywhere between 198 to 330 pounds. These cuties can produce about just under a gallon of milk per day. The smallest lizard. The smallest lizard in the world was discovered by scientists in the Dominican Republic. This species is commonly referred to as the dwarf gecko. This lizard is also unimaginably tiny. It could comfortably lay fully sprawled out on a dime. Most adult dwarf geckos only grow to just over half an inch. The smallest dog. According to the Guinness Book of Records, based on height, the smallest dog in the world is Boo Boo. This Chihuahua, at a height of 3.9 inches and a weight of 2 pounds, lives in Kentucky in the US. However, the true title for the smallest dog in the world goes to Macy, a terrier from Poland, which is only 2.75 inches in height and 4.7 inches long. The smallest bird. These baby hummingbirds mostly live in Cuba. They weigh no more than 0.07 ounces, and they measure only 2.4 inches maximum, including the length of their beaks. Even some mid-sized species of beetle weigh 20 times more than these petite little hummingbirds. Dwarf hummingbird eggs only range between 1/4 to 1/2 inch in length. In addition, as these birds beat their wings, it makes a sound that's very similar to the buzzing of insects. As a result, it's difficult to distinguish them from common bees. Hummingbirds feed exclusively on nectar, And despite their tiny size, they have massive appetites. To sustain the energy they spend beating their wings, they eat every 10 minutes, consuming twice their weight in nectar every single day. And one final fun fact, this little bird is the only one in the world that can fly backwards. Royal antelope. Royal antelopes inhabit the tropical forests of Ghana and Sierra Leone. This species is the smallest antelope in the world, with baby fawns measuring in at a height of 9.8 inches and weighing only about 4.5 pounds. They're rare and nocturnal creatures, so you'd be super lucky to ever see one in person. The smallest salamander in the world. One of the smallest species of salamander in the world is the dwarf salamander, which exclusively inhabits Mexico. The length of this salamander, including its wide head, is 0.7 inches. Unfortunately, they are a highly endangered species under threat of extinction due to agricultural expansion and deforestation.